Motion by Holland,
Second.
second by Engen. Roll call, please.
Hill,
Yes.
Hermson,
Yes.
Schweitzer,
No.
Ingen,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Holland.
Yes.
I'd recommend reading that. Is this the one where there's a change in the price?
Yes.
We're making a counter offer.
Yeah, I'd recommend
Final
reading
offer.
that for the benefit of the public, because they don't think they know what
With the option?
Final offer.
Okay, we'll explain that.
Good.
well, maybe
We're,
not.
because we're still
You're
negotiating
still
that price.
negotiating the
Correct.
price, yeah,
Right.
I'm sorry, you're right. Just, yeah, we're fine. Forget what I just said.
Okay, I thought we had to go back, Carter, and get
Right,
this.
no, you're fine.
Okay, thank you. All right, we all done with 7? Okay. Let's move down to hearings. Item 8, resolution calling an election on the proportion of entering into a loan agreement and issuing general obligation bonds for the purpose of constructing, finishing, and equipping a building to be used as City Hall. Motion to receive and file proof of publication of notice of public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Holland, second by Hill. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Motion to hold hearing.
So moved.
Motion by Holland, second.
Second. Oh, go ahead, Bonnie.
Second.
Second by Davis. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. No objections on file? Anything from the public?
This is your time.
If not, general discussion. Motion to close the hearing and receive and file oral and written comments.
Motion.
Motion by Hill. Second.
Second.
Second by Engen. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Motion to adopt the resolution.
Make motion.
Motion by Hill,
Second.
second by Hermson. Roll call, please.
Hermson,
Yes.
Schweitzer,
No.
Ingen,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Holland,
Yes.
Hill.
Yes.
Motion carries. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, Nate's here. Nate, we have Nate Clayberg as before in the petition from the public, Buchanan County Economic Development Director, to provide an update on economic development in Buchanan County.
Okay. Just coming in from Fairbanks, so, thanks for having me. I guess, looking, initially to look at continued funding for organization for fiscal year 13. As you look at our per cap has been the same since before I started. I think initial change was in 2009 of 285 per cap. And I've stated before, I do not want to see that increase. I'm looking for more. If we're looking to advance our budget, I want to see increases come from our business and commercial communities. The last couple, actually in the last month and a half or 2 months, we've had funding come in from ITC Midwest. They're the company that owns the power lines that run Alliant Power on. They have joined the organization with a $1,000 contribution. Farmers Jessup Telephone Cooperative has contributed $1,000 here in the last year. Mid-American Energy, over the last 6 months, we redid our website, growbuchanan.com. We took advantage of some funding through those utility partners. We just received $2,000 from Alliant Energy towards that cost, which is very good, and $1,000 came in from Mid-American Energy. So that helped accomplish that by not using our, I guess, our regular operating budget to help fund that project. That is something that, we don't want to do, every year, but every 3, 4, 5 years, but it's one of those things we want to keep maintaining as well. So I guess initially that's what I'm asking for is looking for that funding, continued funding from the City of Independence at 285 per cap based on the 2010 census. That's what we've asked from the other 10 communities and also from the county. Also here to provide, I guess, an economic development update of what's taken place since my last visit here. And Carter, this is your first round of it, as I'll see Carter a number of different places as I make the tour here this fall.
I missed Fairbank.
You missed Fairbank, yes,
That's
yes.
right.
So, yeah, they got the first trial run at it, I guess. Really, over the last 3 or 4, actually, it's been at least that, where we've really identified, and I remember talking about this continuously, but it's really come to light here now, is our demand for a quality workforce. And when I say, I don't say skilled, I say quality of people wanting to work, wanting to come get jobs, wanting to show up for work, and earn a living, I guess. And we're seeing not this in just Independence or Buchanan County, we're seeing it in the Cedar Valley, we're seeing it in Eastern Iowa, we're seeing it across the Midwest and many states as well. Our unemployment rate right now, I think last check was 4.6%. You can usually say half of that is people who don't want to work anyway. The underemployment numbers where I like to pay a little more attention to, that's about 9.3 last I checked. And those are people that are maybe working double jobs or are underemployed, maybe overeducated and can't find the position that they want to be in, or maybe qualified to be in, maybe because they don't have the experience or whatever reason it is. You might have somebody working at a plant making $12.50 an hour, but end up stocking shelves at, say, Walmart or Menards for, minimum wage or $9 or $10 an hour to try and, support a family. So that's where you see some of that going on as well, as things are going on. As far as development, there is no new development going on in Buchanan County. There are small businesses that are taking form, some entrepreneurs that are taking some risk and trying to take some initiative, trying to build their business here. We've seen a lot of expansions here in the county. You can see what Gator has done. You see what L&M continues to do. You're looking at Prinsco has done some expansion over in Jessup. Flint Hills Resources up in Fairbank continues to increase steadily. Corn Market has brought that down a little bit, but that's been a new ownership change here in the last year. They're doing some more positive things than the previous ownership group did. Wheelan & Sons purchased the former Triangle Plastics or Wilbur Plastics building in Winthrop, which affected entire county and beyond here 2.5 years ago, or a little less than 2.5 years ago. But they are using that now for cold storage, because that's a big demand right now in our areas, finding large spaces for storage. And they, as stewards of that community, saw an opportunity. It was an opportunity for them to get into, and also to support a building that's been sitting vacant for 2 years. But there's now a stretch for them to try and figure out what to do with the office space that's there. So I've been assisting them a little bit over there with that. But as far as locally goes, it's the biggest thing I think that I've focused on here as far as new projects is what potential you have around the asset that is the airport, the third exit into Independence. And with the change you had in airport consultants here in March or April, I think I'm very excited about that. And I've talked to a number of you